to kill other people.
I remember a long time ago, like a decade ago or something, I read this Tumblr post that had a sentiment like, the objectively best song of all time is probably sitting in a landfill in Tajikistan or something. It was a nod to the idea that there exists an undiscovered wealth of beautiful art in various obscure corners of our world. And while I agree with the sentiment of it, I disagree with the actual message. The best song of all time is probably not in a landfill in Tajikistan. It's probably in a 240p webcam video with garbage audio quality posted in 2009. My name is CrackSmoker96, your favorite virtual idol, and today we're going to be talking about my addiction to watching old YouTube covers and why they feel so honest, authentic, and fulfilling to watch.
Shut the fuck up when I'm talking, you stupid anime bitch.
I'm gonna fucking shoot up a
Quaalude, let me tell you.
If you go 1 foot in and 1 foot out, halfway fucking with me, do me a favor, jump all the way out.
A concern that could be raised in regards to the Tajikistan landfill thing could be how much of a song's beauty is encapsulated within its context. Would that landfill song be as beautiful were it a top 40 pop song? Yeah, the answer is no. I discussed this a little bit in my Panchico review, but yeah, the context of a song is inherently woven into your interpretation of it and its artistry. How you found it, where you found it, how you felt as you found it, and where it exists in the cultural landscape, all of these things are factors that you unconsciously take into account as you consume a piece of art. Which is why these covers, in my opinion, are a shimmering example of beauty and obscurity, and their context gives way to feelings and atmospheres of authenticity, empathy, whatever English word can encapsulate the personal feeling that these videos give off. The relative obscurity of these channels allows for a level of intimacy unheard of in the modern YouTube game, so to speak. But my favorite part of all of this is looking at the channels. Even aside from the sound itself, even aside from the context surrounding the sound itself, the best part is the channels. Many are defunct, left a relic of the past, 200 subs and last post 10 years ago. This type of cover channel acts as a window into a specific time in someone's life, a brief glimpse into the past, a time capsule, some might say. But others, and the kind that I enjoy a little bit more, are still active to this day, or at least up until a couple years ago. You can look through this catalog of covers, seeing as this person grows, matures, and changes over the course of like a decade, and it's like seeing them through the eyes of a timeless, formless entity. Rather than a window into a specific period of time, you get to see a window into a specific action, each and every time it happens. You get to watch the room around them change as they relocate, their hairstyle change as they find new ways to express themselves, and their face change as they face the challenges presented in each and every day of their lives. And there's an innate human beauty in seeing the life of a person as they overcome the trials and tribulations of maturity. This is especially emphasized in these popular videos where people take a picture of themselves every day and you can see them grow up. You can see the environment around them change in brief flashes. It's just like that, except instead they're singing songs that are meaningful to them at each specific point in their life. It's beautiful when you look at it from that perspective, rather than just the perspective of, I want to hear a cute girl sing a cute song. Looking at the macrocosm of it all really just, I don't know, man, it's just cool, it's just nice. It really puts shit into perspective. In terms of the sound itself, there's a beauty in the roughness, in my personal opinion. These low-view covers have the best of the best. Peaky audio, muffled microphones, 480p webcam, and zero audio mixing. In all regards, to an extent, this is natural lo-fi. No filters, no added-in shitty rain sounds. Okay, well, maybe when I put them in my videos, I add the rain sounds myself and I add the filters myself. My bad. But what I'm trying to say is they don't originally come with those things. The lo-fi sound is completely natural and unintentional. As the YouTube game has grown more and more popular and technology has advanced to a large degree, the anatomy of the modern bedroom song cover has changed drastically. I still like them, don't get me wrong, but they just don't have that level of authenticity, that level of raw emotion, that personal, bad quality video kick to them anymore, you know? These kids from the 2000s weren't just posting covers with the dream of being the next big YouTuber making $1 million a year. Hell, I mean, big YouTubers back then were like MSkull01, who peaked at like, what, 10K? Yeah, you probably don't even know that name now. That's the forefather of the commentary community. Fun fact. There was no financial or fame or Hollywood incentive to being a YouTuber. The entire reason that a singer like Christina Grimmie was such a big deal back then was because she was one of the first to break through from the internet. It was not an expectation of people that YouTube would become their full-time job. When someone posted a cover in 2009, it was because they genuinely just wanted to express themselves. Listen, all I'm trying to say is that anything prior to Christina Grimmie blowing up, in terms of a cover at least, they didn't even realize the potential of the platform. They didn't think that they were going to get picked up by Simon Cowell for posting a YouTube song cover, much less think that they could just make YouTube itself a full-time job. And I'd wager that most people who were posting back in the day were probably just doing so as a form of personal self-expression. I don't need to define the word nostalgia, because the entire cultural fabric of the internet at the moment is somewhat built upon it, to a degree right now. Also, because it's a really common word online. Sometimes I find myself looking at pictures of myself from when I was a kid, trying to imagine what I was thinking about, what was going through my head as a picture was taken, trying to measure how much I knew of the world. How did it feel on that particular day? How would it feel the next day? What were my expectations for myself at the time? And did I fulfill younger me's dreams? Would I make him proud? Or did I let him down? These types of emotions and thoughts are those that run through my head when watching these videos. Sometimes you can see the background change at a certain point. You can see a small inkling of what their life now is like. And you can look back at the version of them 10 years ago singing MCR at their parents' house. Sometimes I wonder if they look back too. Ask the same questions, share the same thoughts. I wonder if they've done all that they'd hoped they would do. It's interesting to see two different versions of a single person, still maintaining this hobby and broadcasting it to an audience that really just comes down to, well, fans of the song and themselves, really. Either way, I find myself tearing up occasionally, listening to these sounds long forgotten. These 200-view covers of some nostalgic childhood memories, both from my perspective as a fan of the music, and for the creator, who, well, recorded the cover. Through a $20 USB mic, a 480p webcam, and a whole lot of raw emotion, these videos bring me a level of intrigue and sentimentality that today's more professionally made covers really couldn't do. But maybe they will one day. When the dust settles and we're all 10 years older, only time can tell. I know for a fact that I wasn't thinking of these things the same way 10 years ago. Remember how I mentioned in this internet schizo rant that I was, in a way, immortalizing myself through the creation of these videos? Yeah, the ones you're watching right now? Well, even despite knowing that, I feel like, emotionally, it's easy to just not think about it too hard. It's easy to not let that sink in. Yeah, you know, we all know the saying that the internet's forever or whatever, but it doesn't really hit until you listen to these sad song covers from the early 2000s. These teens and young adults have lived 15 years since the posting of these videos. They're in their late 20s, 30s, hell, even 40s now. Some of them have passed away, some of them have achieved great things. But all of that is irrelevant. They say that death is the ultimate equalizer, that we're all equal in the great beyond. But I would dare say that these cover girls, they live forever as emos to me. They might only have 50 views, 100 views, but they're immortalized in my personal perception of them. There's a certain beauty in not knowing or caring about the future of these people from the past. They exist not as a fragile construct of flesh, but as an audio-visual concept. A being composed of a story, a song, 480p webcam footage, and underwater mic quality. And they will live on as a 16-year-old in a bedroom in their parents' house for as long as this video stays up. Somewhere, anywhere. You cannot kill an emo when they've posted a song cover to YouTube. That's what I'm trying to say. Listen, this girl that I put in my videos all the time, I'm not going to say her name. I don't want to send my fans after her or anything. This one, the one eating out of the dog bowl. You know how old this video is? This girl's probably like 35 now. But to me, and to my audience who has only known her from this video, she will always be an edgy alt girl eating out of a dog bowl for 5 minutes straight with no dialogue. And there's something beautiful in that. Now, the question that anyone who's made it this far has probably got, am I taking this too seriously? The answer to that, maybe. What I'm trying to say, and what I've been trying to say for this entire video, is that these covers are a very unique socio-cultural phenomenon that we get a front row seat to the debut night of. It was only like, what, 100 years ago that we even got the ability to record audio? Listen. Think about the later stages in your life. Think about showing your grandkids your cringy teen YouTube cover. That is a possibility for the first time ever, let alone a 4K video of you from when you were their age. This shit is literally insane.
I like watching videos of black men shaking their booty cheeks. I don't know why, but when I click on...
We must keep in mind that there is a great potential for these videos to live on long past the deaths of the internet kids who made them. Their descendants have a decent chance of stumbling upon their grandma's Panic at the Disco cover. And as I mentioned in this other video, I'm 100% sure there's potential for some kind of business in ancestry-based internet archiving. Like, I get nostalgic over these videos and it's been what, 8 to 10 years? Imagine 20 years, 30 years down the line. The fact that as long as YouTube stays up, that these videos will exist as time capsules into the early 2000s absolutely blows my mind, and I think it should for you too. I could die tomorrow, and people will probably still be watching these videos in 5 years. Someone will stumble upon it and think, what was this guy's deal? What was this little freak's deal? And it's unprecedented. It really is. We've never had such good archiving technology. We've never had a way to see into the past as effectively as we can now. And it's simultaneously terrifying and also reassuring, in a way, to know that we won't be completely forgotten so long as the internet stays up, and so long as our species doesn't drive itself to extinction. You ever seen that statistic about dead people on Facebook? Well, just imagine all of the dead YouTubers you're going to see in like 20 years. Hell, a lot of these kids that I'm showing the YouTube covers of, there's probably some percentage of them that are dead. I have a full folder of like 50 of these videos. Statistically, right? Probably like 1 or 2 of them have overdosed on fentanyl by now in the past 15 years. And I'm just watching them. I'm listening to their Panic at the Disco or My Chemical Romance cover and I'm thinking, damn, what a good singer. What a good 2008 singer. Listen, if the concept itself is not blowing your mind right now, if the concept of living on past your death, through your words and through your actions, through your song covers and through your schizo rants, then you might as well just unsubscribe, you might as well dox me, send a SWAT team to my house and kill me, because that's the only way that I'll be able to prove my point to you. Anyways, speaking about doxing and swatting... Anonymity is a virtue lost on the modern internet. And I'm not just saying, oh, people using real names and faces online? What the hell? I'm talking about like a deeper level. There's a mindset going into content creation nowadays that leads people to want to make their videos bulletproof. A channel is no longer just a funny little webpage where you can post things for random people to watch online. No, it's much more serious now. This is a portfolio. This is a business. And if you're gonna be a cool, swag YouTuber, you've always got to make sure to put your best foot forward and never show a moment of intimacy or weakness. Think about it. If you want to be the next rich Think about it. If you want to be the next rich, successful, multi-millionaire lifestyle brand influencer, you've got to make sure everything is curated to the exact way that you want it. Be your perfect self. Oh, and I know what some of you are probably thinking. Oh, I hate influencer culture. My channel is actually a filmmaking project. I'm like a cool artist or something. Oh, okay, buddy. Still be careful, though. After all, your school and employer are gonna see that. Tread lightly. They always know. Yeah, I'm exaggerating a bit, but like, that's the actual mindset. This is literally what goes through people's heads as they make a video now. What happened to being a human being on here? Maybe I want to make videos, not content. Content this, content that. Why don't you con your way into a tent full of bitches, my guy, and stay there? Influencer scum like you deserves to stay in that gonorrhea tent. I hope you die of AIDS. People take the internet just much more seriously in general than they used to. Back when the internet didn't matter that much, when people didn't see this as a potential career opportunity, things were much more relaxed, things were much more authentic and genuine. It really felt like there was a person behind that screen instead of a brand. And the shift from videos to content is really emphasized by the changing landscape we see today. Some people call it the Mr. Beastification of YouTube, but I think that this has been going on for a long time. You know, we've always been complaining about like corporate style channels. It's just that they're much more pervasive, and they also permeate the minds of normal YouTubers now. The fall of anonymity, and not even just anonymity, but the fall of the mindset of having anonymity, has shifted the landscape drastically, and it's led to it becoming more like soulless in a way. Of course, there's still good stuff out there. There are always going to be good people fighting the good fight. But I can't help but feel a little black-pilled when I watch something like the Streamies or any sort of like content creator event. It's crazy to me that like the top people are the most like grating and milquetoast people possible to represent a platform. Let's bring back retards talking about things that they like, singing songs poorly, and being blasted out of their mind on the mic but denying it every time they get confronted on it. It's for this reason that I advocate for the final bastion of freedom in the online landscape. That's right, I have a solution for all of this. You want true freedom? You want to say and do whatever you want? You want to ban evade? You want to play a character that is authentic, but you have the plausible deniability of calling it a character? All that and more in my upcoming video essay. VTubers will save the internet. You should all become VTubers. You're welcome. Haha, pay my Patreon. Anyways, yeah, there's your video. Sorry it took so long. Is this a callback to the other Schizo rants? Yeah. Welcome to the meta commentary genre. You really gotta think about it, right? No, not really. You really don't. And that's the point. Hey, at least I didn't tell you to work out and do something with your life this time. I feel like I've done that every time at this point. Anyways, thanks for watching, and like this video for a free AR-15 with a...
No.
Censor the word.
No.
And as always...
Subscribe to make me feel better about my regrets.
I'd like to give a special thank you and a special shout out to my Patreons over at patreon.com. Thank you so much, guys, for the increased support over on Patreon. Listen, I know that I said the Patreon was dying last time. I didn't mean that you should go and subscribe to it. I wasn't trying to like pressure you or anything, but you know, I appreciate it nonetheless. I really do. And yeah, thank you. God bless you. It really does mean a lot to me. Money is the way to my heart. What can I say? So for our connoisseurs of fine arts, thank you so much to Thickmelon, Tech9, Sad Femme, Prisoner Suicide, Polar, Knight of the World, Mercury OG, Frodo Bag o' Weed, That's a good name. Derpy Doug, Conscious Junk, and Chairfruit. Also, thank you so much to my pseudo-intellectual supporters. We've got Slow, Slicing, Little Green Dog Man, Saws. Then we got the homie Maroni. Then we got Misos Al Pinks. Then we got the one and only Zucchini. Also, it is with great pleasure that I would like to announce that we've got one more Super Simp. Thank you so much for subscribing at the highest tier, because you are going to get a love letter in the mail, and it will not have anthrax in it this time. I promise. You know, we might have had that minor slip up with the last Super Simp. He might be 6 feet under right now, and the FBI are currently looking for me because I sent anthrax to his house. He inhaled it, and it killed his entire family. Where was I going with that? Anyways, thank you to Dell for supporting me at the highest tier. God bless you, man, and, you know, alhamdulillah, you come to a lot of success in life. I'll be praying for you every night, and, yeah, basically, thank you so much. I appreciate it a lot. Thank you to everyone who has subscribed to my Patreon over the past month. You guys are ballers. You guys are playa pimps. You guys are OGs. You guys are hustlers. You guys are thugs. Alright, that's it. I'm going to cut that entire part out of the video, or I'm going to keep it in and keep in this part where I said cut it out of the video. That's usually what I do. So, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Sorry for the video delay. I had to rewrite this entire script because the first recording was kind of dumb, and I edited like a quarter of it, and I just started cringing every time I watched it, so don't feel like making that one anymore. This is the new, the improved, the more improvised version. Hope you liked it, and yeah. Thanks for watching. And as always... Oh, you thought I was going to say keep it real. Yeah, see, I will say that, but first I gotta explain the joke. I guess the joke would be that this video in and of itself is going to serve the purpose. It's going to basically fulfill all of the chapters. That's what it was written to do. Anyways, hope you enjoyed the video, and I'm being serious about that. Look forward to more. I'm trying to make more. I probably will make more. And I might even start streaming again. Who knows? My internet kind of sucks down here though, so maybe when I move, but we'll see. Thanks for watching, and as always, keep it real. That's it. That's the whole video. Click off.
I did a horrible thing to that girl. Read my misery